Yo, 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 mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo, what's up everybody? Austin from Jump Street Podcast here. And if you thought I was gonna spit a freestyle from the intro of this video, you're grossly mistaken, but I got something even better for you. We got a skate review, and we're gonna do something a little different today because right here I have the Anthony Pottier FR the Anthony Pottier FR UFR skate right here. And from my understanding, this is pretty much a freestyle skate converted to an aggressive skate. So it seems to be very versatile. I'm gonna test that out. I'm gonna do 3 different setups here with this skate. I'm gonna do the stock setup first, and then I'm gonna customize it to the way that I would normally skate it with my own frames, wheels, liners, etc. And then I'm gonna put some big frames on it, do some wizard skating and see how they compare with each other, see where this skate really excels, what's better, what's not as good, and let you know what I think about each setup. So I'm not going through any specs or anything on the skate. If you want to learn more about that, just go look it up on any skate shop's website. You'll find the specs there. I just want to know how these skates perform and which setup is best for this skate. First off, thanks to FR for sending me these skates. I did not ask or anything. They reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try these skates? And I was actually very curious about them as well. So it worked out perfectly. So thank you for sending me the skates. This is not a paid video or advertisement or anything like that. So everything I do say is my own honest opinion. So right off the bat, I'm going to test out the stock setup. So I took him to a skate park. I know this is the Anthony Pottier Pro Skate. So I figured he skates really fast, skates a lot of big ramps, transitions and stuff like that. So I wanted to give that a shot, try to skate a little bit like him. So I went to the biggest skate park that we have out here in Bloomfield, New Jersey, to hit some ramps and see how they felt. This skate seems to be mostly a park design skate. I could tell by the metal frames, the tall wheels, the big H block, that this is more meant for park than street. So normally what I would do with any skate is put them on, roll around a little bit, do a couple grinds. There's a box at the park. I just wanted to jump on a few tricks before I got rocked on some bigger ramps. And I will say off the bat, I have no idea how Anthony skates as good as he does in this stock setup. I had such a hard time grinding in these skates. Even though the H block is super low and it protects you against wheel bite, I was getting wheel bite on every single thing I did. I think it's a mix of the wide wheels plus, I don't know, you gotta get super low on groove tricks also. I was getting wheel bite on front sides, back sides. I got wheel bite on an alley porn star, which I've never done in my entire life. So I said, screw it, I'm taking these straight to the ramps. And they did perform a lot better on the ramps. It is a very tall skate. The stock wheels are like 65 millimeters, which is like a medium-sized wheel. The frame is super tall though. I am coming from skating a lot of the USD Aeon 80s, so at the 80 millimeter wheel, you would think that'd be taller, but these skates, I believe, are just as tall as the Aeon 80s with, 15 millimeters more of wheel. So it's a really tall skate, and you feel that when you skate transitions a lot. I love the way the skate looks. I was super skeptical about the way they looked because it is like a freestyle skate, and that's not typically my style, but after like 5 minutes of riding him, I was like, damn, I really like the way these look. The open shell concept on top is so good because there are like no pressure points. There's so much breathing room in the skate. I love that. And they're super light skates, so you kind of just like float around when you're airing boxes or quarter pipes, you're in the air. They do feel really great for that. They sent them to me the stock version with the stock liners. There's an Intuition version as well that comes with a more premium liner. These are the stock ones, but I love this liner too. I think this is one of the best stock liners that you could buy out there right now. It's really good quality. It's super plush and like squishy, which I prefer in a liner. These skates aren't really my size. They're like a size too small, so my feet were cramped, but I could tell that it was a really great liner off the bat. So after like an hour at the skate park, I had to call it quits for the night because I had a lot of pressure points from the skate being too small, and I didn't want to get stuck in any more grinds. So Anthony, props to you. You kill it in these skates. I cannot do it with the stock setup, but on to the next one. So I figure like anybody who buys a skate, you're rarely gonna ride them stock. So I modify them to the way that I would normally ride an aggressive skate. I have my Create Original frames on here, 60 millimeter hydrogen wheels, and my Intuition liner. And holy crap, I tell you, what a difference modifying the skates make, because it was a whole new skate like this for me. Instantly when I put a skate on and I'm just comfortable off the bat, I could get all my tricks without second guessing them. I'm not scared to do anything. I know that's a good skate and that's something that I could see myself skating. This felt comfortable right off the bat. In all honesty, it's one of my favorite skates that I ever rode, and I did not expect that at all. In my opinion, the soles are a perfect size. They're not so overly large because I don't like that huge sole plate feeling. They're not too small where you're gonna be worried about them wearing down really fast. It's right down the middle. In my opinion, this is like the perfect size that a sole plate should be. Slid really well. Pretty much all my groove tricks are really comfortable right off the bat. And me putting, my frames on and my wheels that I'm comfortable with and having a skate that finally fit me because the Intuition liners are my size, so I was able to, make this setup work without any pain in my foot. It changed the entire skate for me. And this pretty much eliminated all the problems that I had when I was skating the stock setup the other day. I was worried because it's a very stiff shell. I guess because of the open boot concept right here, you kind of need like more support. So it is a really firmer shell than most other skates. I was worried that it was gonna be hard for top sides or boot tricks to get really low, but it was super easy. It felt just like any other skate, which I was impressed with. Man, I do like the way this skate looks with the little brown patch on the strap right here. It looks sick. And my third setup here, which is the original reason why I was interested in skating in the first place, because I heard this was a nice alternative to just like a wizard skate in general, was to big wheel / wizard skate with. Now, I'm no pro wizard skater by any means. I just wanted to get a feel for it, and I figured since this was originally a freestyle skate, it's meant to be ridden on with bigger wheels, this would be a perfect test for them. I mentioned the harder boot, the harder plastic here, which gave me a good amount of flex when I was skating aggressively. That flex kind of transferred over to the big wheel wizard setup, which could be a good thing and a bad thing. I feel like you would want like a more stiffer skate while riding taller frames because you're higher up, there's more lean on it. And I did kind of notice that in the boot. There actually was like side of the boot that if I leaned over a lot, it would like kind of bend out and bow where the laces are. If anybody knows me, I also don't ride real laces, I ride elastic laces, so maybe that somehow affected it from being cinched up, but I've never really had a skate that did that before, and I did not expect that at all from this boot. Even though this is a fairly high quality skate, it is super inexpensive, which is another reason why I was very interested to try the skate too. You could buy the skate complete with the flat frames and the Anthony Pottier setup for under $300, which is huge. It's very hard to find a complete skate for that price. And as for like a boot only, you can get a boot only for about like 150 US dollars, even a little less in some shots that I've seen. So this skate is definitely a steal. But my recommendation would be to buy this as a boot only because it is such a good deal for the skate that you have. So overall, which did it perform better? The stock setup, my custom aggressive setup, or the wizard big wheel setup? In my opinion, the custom aggressive setup was the best one by far. I don't know how anybody could get used to riding the stock frames and wheels that they come with, but at such a good price for just the boot only, I would highly recommend getting just the boot and putting your own frames and wheels on them. I feel like the FR UFR Anthony Pottier skate is highly underrated. I never really see anybody talking about it. I never seen anybody at the street or skate park skating this skate ever, but I feel like it deserves more attention than it gets. So thank you, FR, for sending me the skates. They're a little snug, they're not really my size, so I don't ride them too often, unfortunately, but I did love the skate overall. I enjoyed the experience riding them aggressively more than anything else. What do you guys think? Is this like the most underrated skate on the market? Are there other skates on there on the market that are underrated? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you want to see. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.